Hey guys, welcome back to Macho Motors, where we've been working on this $900 2007 Toyota Yaris with only 104,000 miles. And in today's video, we're gonna finish up everything wrong with the Toyota Yaris, making it that reliable Toyota we all know and love. So if you're curious about how much we spent and how much we made profit off of flipping this car, make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see that price breakdown. Let's not waste any more time. I'm Macho, this is Macho Motors. Let's get into it. So now we have the car driving great, stopping great, smelling a lot better, just still not looking great. So now we're gonna get into cleaning up the interior, because the only thing that we've really cleaned is the dash so far, which looks great by the way, but it's not complementing the rest of the interiors. We're gonna get to work cleaning it up and getting rid of all the suspicious stains that are throughout the car. So unfortunately, the car has these E-Torx bolts that hold on the seat. I have a socket, has a, I think it's called a 12 point, and I tried to put it on, and I'm just fearful that I'm gonna strip out the bolt and then not be able to put it back on. So we're gonna clean the car with the seats still in it, hopefully getting rid of all of these stains. I would much rather take the seats out, but don't feel like running to the store and buying the correct sockets just for this project. I may need it again in the future, but we just wanna get this done. Cleaning montage starts now. And just for a little bit of added flair, I like to give it a little razzle dazzle. So we finished up the back seats in the trunk, but honestly, I got really hungry, so we're gonna take a break before finishing up the front, get some food, and hopefully there's still enough daylight to finish up the front seats. Grub time.
Day 2.
So we have the armrest cover straight out the washer. It doesn't look any better because I think it's sun faded compared to the bottom. It's a nice black grayish color, but it smells a lot better, so that's the most important part. So I think this is the last thing to button up the interior. It's looking really good now. And we're going to just slip this on. Come on, one-handed. Like that. Very clean and nice smelling interior. While I was cleaning out the car, I found this pocket full of change. Every cent matters. I usually collect all the change and just pile it into a big bucket and see how much we made at the end of the year. So add this to the total profit for the car. So one thing we didn't do after clearing out all the vents of mouse insulation is disinfect it. And if you're an OG, then you already know what we're going with. That country scent. To disinfect your vents is very simple. First, turn on the car, turn the air on full blast, and then make sure it's not on recirculating and it's on whatever this one is called. Then switch over to whatever vent you want to work on. So first I'm going to start with this one and then switch over to this one. You get your country scent. Then you look for underneath the windshield wipers, there's these grills. This is where the fresh air from the outside gets into the cabin. You get your country scent and you spray it right into that area. It helps to disinfect any leftover bacteria, so that way you have fresh smelling AC or heat coming into the vents again. Taking another little whiff. Smells like yeehaw partner. And I think that was the last thing we were missing on the Toyota Yaris. Mini recap, we have the headlights fully restored, we cleaned out the engine bay, and you would think the next step is to start washing the car, but the car has this really worn out pinstripe throughout the entire car. So I'm going to do something to help get rid of it. And you might think heat gun and peel it off, but little hint, we've already done it to this side and we have the pinstripe completely gone. Of course, there was a good paint underneath it, so this side looks a little bit shinier than the rest of the car, but we're going to try to buff this out and make that blend in a little bit better. So here we have an eraser wheel. It helps to remove stickers and vinyls off of cars, making it a little bit easier than trying to pick it off with a nail, especially when it's really hard and brittle and it's been sitting on your car for a long period of time. It's usually safe for most paints as long as the paint isn't old or deteriorating. And here's how it works. So obviously it's leaving a little bit of a residue, but once you pressure wash it, it pretty much goes away after that. But here's how everything turned out. So now we are ready to start cleaning old girl. So I know what you might be thinking. You just cleaned the Toyota Yaris and it's still not looking that great. And I don't disagree with you. I think the reason is because we're missing hubcaps on this side and the other side has it. So I went to the junkyard to not only get a hood, but new hubcaps as well. They did not have the hood, unfortunately, because the junkyards where I live is not that great. There's no pick-up parts, there's none of that. It's just whatever's available, they'll tell you if they have it, and that's it. There's no pick-up parts from what I know. So I asked for the hubcaps because they did have it. Boy said $25 a piece. Since when you making big bucks off of hubcaps? $25 a piece? And I need two? So $50 for some hubcaps? So I thought that was ridiculous because I remember hubcaps being like $5 each. So we went out and bought ourselves some basic hubcaps. At least they all match, and this was 20 bucks compared to 50 bucks for two. Junkyards are bugging nowadays. I don't know how people are doing it, but if you know a good junkyard, please let me know. And we touched up the paint on all the rims. And look at the difference that made. Because before we're looking a little something like this, to now something like this. What? You still think it looks ugly? I think I know why. And it's because we're obviously missing the front emblem. And that's why we have fresh out of Japan, the front emblem. All right, time for the satisfaction you've all been waiting for. Ooh, yeah. Always love new parts. Like, that looks so good. A moment of truth. Ooh, I know what you're thinking. It still doesn't look perfect, but why? Why would you guys be possibly thinking that this Yaris isn't looking beautiful? After all the work we've done, how good the interior came out, and honestly, I already know what you're thinking. The hood is dented. The junkyards near me all suck. The closest one that I found to a color matching Toyota Yaris hood was 4 hours away. I'm not about to drive 4 hours to pick up a hood. So unfortunately, this little love mark we got going on is staying with the car. So after reading through the comments, I'm gonna at least give this hood one last try before completely giving up on it. You guys mentioned that I might be able to remove the dent out of the hood myself. I don't know why you guys think I have that type of skill set, but enough of you guys believe in me that I'm gonna try to remove the dent anyway. And hopefully it'll come at least a little bit better than what it is right now. So I have all the wrong tools for the job, and we are going to do our best to make this at least a little bit better. So this is the access hole that we're going to attempt to push out. We're gonna give it a shot. I don't really know what I'm doing or how to even start, but I think just a couple whacks. Okay, you guys might be onto something here. Might be onto something. Right now we're working on getting this big dent out. This one popped out pretty nicely. It has high spots now, but this is the one we're working in right now. I think maybe with a little fire, loosen this up. Oh, got one piece to pop out there. Oh, just smacked myself with the hood. Ouch, that felt great. Guys, I'm not a body man. I'm not. All right, to give it one last try, I bought this little suction cup thing. It's not suctioning. Since the dent pullers aren't suctioning, I'm gonna try, someone suggested using a hot glue gun and putting the sticks on it. So I'm gonna put the hot glue on here, put it on there, and try to pull out this crease here. I want to reiterate that I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is not a tutorial. But I got some old glue gun that's been sitting in my attic. Just gonna smear that on, I guess, like that. And then the crease is kind of here. So I was thinking one right there. Seems like it's pretty on there. Okay, second one going on somewhere like there, I think. I'm gonna let that harden up. Obviously it's sticking to the car now. Watching a few tutorials on YouTube might have helped. And I already know you guys are gonna say, oh, you shouldn't be using fire on paint. You're gonna destroy the paint. We're already working on a destroyed hood, all right? It can't get much worse than this, really. And as long as you're moving it back and forth, not leaving it in one spot, and feeling for, make sure the paint isn't too hot, you should be able to touch it. That's a little too hot. All right. Oh, hold up. This one didn't stick enough. But this one is doing really good. I got a pop out. I think I'm gonna try putting it directly on there and seeing how that does, but this one just sucks. But this one, maybe right here and just pop. Let's give that a shot. I'm gonna put it right on the middle of that dent. Let it cool down. I'm actually hopeful. I heard the one pop. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh no. It's just not working. Right now, I think I'm just making glue stick circles all over my hood, which debatably might be making it look better. Okay, last try, and then I'm giving up. Well, there you go, I'm giving up. But even if we took that out of the equation and went over to this side of the car, if you got into some really good lighting, bent down low, and really saw the, all right, let's be real. The Toyota Yaris is a Toyota Yaris. It's not a good looking car. It's a cheap, economical car. You know, it's not like a 370Z. So I think this is what's gonna end it for the car. It's running great, driving great. It looks better, not great, but better. And yes, it's not a perfect car, but if we think of another car, the beautiful Mazda 5, still running strong, living life, and being a reliable daily, she ain't perfect, but it was a cheap car for me to get from point A to point B, and that's the buyer that I'm looking for this Toyota Yaris. So at the auction, there was no flat tires, but for some reason, after sitting for about a day, the tire is flat. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a simple issue, maybe like a nail or something, but only way to do it is pull off the wheel and find out. So you definitely don't have to take the wheel off, but it's a really windy day outside, so I'd rather just do it in here in the comfort of my garage, and it's going to be a lot easier to find the leak with some air in it. I can't visually see the leak, I can hear it. So unfortunately it's bubbling all along the inner rim, which is something I don't know how to fix. And I believe the only fix for it is to remove it off the wheel, re-glue it, and then re-put it back on. And I don't have a tire machine, so I think we got to take this one to the tire shop. If you guys know any ways for me to fix this at home, I would love to hear it, because that would save me, I think, about 10 or 20 bucks that this is going to cost me. So quick stop to the tire shop. Tire with a new seal on it, holding air. Job done. Back home. Freshly sealed tire going on. And done. So we put a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and time into the Toyota Yaris. But ultimately, was it even worth it? It's been a couple weeks since I detailed the car, just because I've been daily driving it, make sure that it's going to be a good car for whoever it goes to, and so far I haven't had any issues at all, and I can confidently say this Toyota Yaris will reach the 300,000 mile mark for somebody. Not me, but somebody. It's not looking the 100% best like it was after detailing the interior and exterior, but here is how everything came out. So I have the entire cost breakdown right here on my phone, and we're going to figure out exactly how much I spent on this Toyota Yaris. As you might know, the car cost $925 from the auction, and we paid $115 from the auction fees and $59 from taxes. And after that, we went straight into work on fixing the car up, starting with the oil change, spark plugs, and the cabin air filter and air filter. Made no difference for the car whatsoever. But then we went into the true issue, which was siphoning out the fuel, which cost $13 for the fuel extractor and $10 for gas. And then at that point, the car was running really well. Fixed up the brakes for only $55. Yes, $55 for brakes and rotors for the front end. When dealerships are charging you $400 or more for your car, it's a scam, just know that. And then we also did that very tough exhaust repair, which only cost $22, but I still have the burn mark from it from over 4 weeks ago. And that was pretty much all the mechanical issues with the car. And with the cosmetics, we did the new weather stripping, only $17, shout out to eBay. The emblem was $31. The hubcaps was $30. And then the failure attempt of fixing the hood was $5 because of the dent puller, or maybe an extra $2 because of the glue sticks. Leaving our grand total, oh wait, we did already make profit of the car of $4.69. Leaving our grand total for this car, a 2007 Toyota Yaris with 104,500 miles, no issues, for the low cost of $1,342. I think that's a huge bargain for anybody buying the car themselves, but the whole point of it is to make a little bit of profit. So obviously we haven't sold the car yet because it's still right here, but I did a little bit of researching, and Kelley Blue Book is saying that it's worth around $3,000-ish in the worst possible condition. I wouldn't rate it the worst possible condition, but with the dent on the hood and the little sun fading spots, I would put it a little bit higher than that. And also with Facebook Marketplace, I see them going for around $3,000 with 200,000 miles, which is absolutely ridiculous to me. But we are going to be aiming for that $3,000 to $4,000 mark, meaning that we're going to probably try to sell it for $3,500, hopefully landing on 3, which I'm pretty confident we can get very, very easily. We would get a total profit of $1,658. So not too bad for a little Toyota Yaris. I know some of you guys might be thinking, why in the earth would you buy this car from an auction with it looking like that and everything? But sometimes you got to look through the little bit of trash to find those hidden gems that will make you big profit. So thank you guys so much for watching and sticking to the end of the video. Appreciate if you guys left a like and subscribe to the channel. Helps me grow, helps me keep going and pushing for more and more videos for you guys, because I already picked up the next car for the channel. So stay tuned for that. I'm Macho, this was Macho Motors. Thank you so much, peace out. Can't believe I'm stuck here peeling off hot glue off of my hood. Didn't think I would get here at some point in life, but here we are. Ooh.